The video shows that on August 18, 2022, an officer from the Cook County Sheriff's Office observed equestrian Adam Hollingsworth, also known as the Dread Boy Cowboy in the Chicago region, riding a horse on the right side of the road on Cook County, Illinois, and approached him in his cruiser.
Bro, I can't. I'm running late. I can't, bro. You don't supposed to never cut a horse off. You never cut a horse off. Learn the law. You never cut a horse off, brother. If you hurt my horse, you're going to get sued. Go ahead and hit my horse. Go ahead and hit my horse. Hey, I'm traveling, brother.
So we can clearly see in this video that the man named Mr. Hollingsworth is riding a horse, and the policeman is trying to stop him, but he refuses to stop and continues to state that he is traveling the horse.
I'm traveling. Why am I detained?
You are detained because you're riding a horse on a boat.
Is it illegal?
What?
Is it illegal?
Yes, it's illegal.
Get a white shirt here.
Hey, what do you mean a white
Get
shirt?
a white shirt here.
Where's your driver's
Get a white shirt.
I need your
I'm not giving you
license.
nothing.
I need
Get a
your
white
driver's
shirt.
license. Get off the horse.
I'm not getting off nothing. Get a white shirt.
Get off the horse.
Get a white shirt.
So he's refusing to stop when I stop to talk.
The writer asked the policeman if he was detained and why he's getting detained. The policeman said to him he was detained because it's illegal to ride a horse. The policeman said to him, "Get off the horse," but Mr. Hollingsworth refused, and the officer also asked him to show his driver's license.
I'm not giving you nothing.
You know this is unsafe.
Listen, can I get a sergeant or a lieutenant over here? I don't want to talk. I'm traveling. I'm running late from work. I'm traveling, and y'all.
Where are you working?
It don't matter.
It does matter.
It don't matter.
Animals cannot be
Okay. Get a white shirt over here. Get a lieutenant over here. Why we still talking? Y'all don't even know who I am, and y'all want to bother me.
The officer claims that it is illegal to ride a horse in public areas. Although in Illinois it is entirely legal to ride a horse on a road in 2022, unless it's a highway or expressway.
We're trying to find
It don't matter. It don't matter who I am. It don't matter who I am. Y'all detain me for no reason, bro. I'm finna be, y'all gonna let me go in a minute. I'm gonna be let loose in a minute. Don't touch my horse. Don't touch my horse. Y'all, don't touch my horse. You scaring my horse. You scaring my horse. Whoa.
Park the horse.
I'm not parking.
If the department determines to ban certain types of traffic on the highway, it is legally required to record and maintain official signs stating the applicable restrictions. Therefore, as long as the road was not a controlled access highway with properly erected signs, Mr. Hollingsworth was within his rights to ride a horse on it. Additionally, according to Section 6101 of Act 5 of Title 625 of the Illinois Compiled Statutes, it required an individual to have a driver's license or permit to, quote, drive any motor vehicle upon a highway in this state, and since Section 6112 states that drivers must display their license upon demand to police officers, no such requirement exists for riding a
For
horse.
me traveling, bro? Do y'all know the law? Do y'all know the law? Do you know the law? Y'all finna make a donkey out of y'allself. Y'all don't even know who I am. Y'all, listen, I prove cops like you, y'all don't know the law, and y'all just pull people over, wasting my time. Wasting my time for what? You never cut in front of a horse. Learn the law. You never turn your siren on a horse. You never blow a horn on a horse, because you can start on my horse. For me traveling, bro? Do y'all know the law? Do y'all know the law? Do you know the law? Y'all finna make a donkey out of y'allself. Y'all don't even know who I am. Y'all, listen, I prove cops like you, y'all don't know the law, and y'all just pull people over, wasting my time. Wasting my time for what? You never cut in front of a horse. Learn the law. You never turn your siren on a horse. You never blow a horn on a horse, because you can start on my horse.
The statute does not authorize officers to demand a driver's license or other identifying documents during the investigative detention for this reason. The court could likely conclude that Mr. Hollingsworth was not required to give his driver's license to the officer. The policeman continues to ask for the driver's license. Mr. Hollingsworth refuses to give his license to them and said that he is running late for his work, so let him go.
And y'all don't know the law. That's not good. Do you know before that was cars, what was transportation?
Okay, we go back to the 1800s.
Before that, listen. Okay, bro. Y'all need to learn the law before, when it comes down to horses, man. I have road rights. I'm traveling. As soon as your white shirt gonna get here, he gonna let me go. And you wasted my time. And that's a lawsuit. I'm gonna sue you. I'm gonna sue you. And I'm gonna sue you. And I'm gonna sue your department. Cause y'all wasting my time. I'm running late from work. I might lose my job now. And then y'all bringing more
And when the policeman said that he can't let him go, he said to get a lieutenant. He doesn't want to talk to a policeman. He said that when the policeman doesn't know him, he doesn't even do any crime. Why are they bothering him? The officer started touching his horse, although Mr. Hollingsworth continues to tell him not to touch his horse because he was scaring his horse. Mr. Hollingsworth argues that the law prohibits the officers from cutting in front of horses or activating their sirens or blowing their horns at the horse.
That animal cruelty right there. And I'm actually...
He wouldn't stop?
No, he didn't tell me if I'm detained. I stopped when he told me I was detained.
Okay.
Until he said I was detained, I was going to keep going. I pulled over.
Okay.
Did I do right?
Yeah.
Okay. But for him to cut in front of my horse, I wanted to press charges on him, animal cruelty.
All right, here's sergeant right here. Actually, well, that's what I told him. I said my concern was just that you on the roadway.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
It was just that he's in the traffic.
Mr. Hollingsworth gets frustrated by all this and says that now the policeman gets badges, they don't even know their law. He claimed that the policeman wasting his time, and now he wants to go for his job, otherwise he'll get fired. And when he looks behind, there are 6 police vehicles for this
Yes,
case.
sir. Thank you.
Drive with a cell phone in your hand.
Hey, listen, write that ticket. Write your ticket. I got you, boss man. I apologize now. But him right there, he bogus.
Huh?
He bogus. I'm going back for him.
Mr. Hollingsworth claims the officer who cut his horse off with the cruiser committed animal cruelty because the horse, quote, flipped himself. It appears that Mr. Hollingsworth's referring to a form of interference with the technical term when a horse's hooves collide with one another, or when its legs one another with its legs. Clipping, also known as brushing, is a type of interference where the left and right feet strike each other, and even a single instance of interference can potentially cause injury to a horse.
Yeah.
And they had your horse at
This
for a
one.
while.
This one.
They gave it back.
This one.
Oh, wow.
It wasn't illegal.
Would you ride down?
It ain't illegal.
I tell people there's a lot of livestock laws still in Chicago.
It is unclear whether Mr. Hollingsworth had pursued any legal action or filed an official complaint over the occurrence. After the interaction, he was allowed to depart and continue riding his horse on the road. However, it is known that Mr. Overall, the cops, made a false allegation that it was against the law to ride a horse on the roadways, and as a result, they unlawfully detained Mr. Hollingsworth for doing so. They also demanded his driver's license, even though he was not obliged to have one because he was riding a horse. When confronted with many cops who claimed that he did not have the legal road rights he was entitled to, Mr. Hollingsworth displayed a strong awareness of his legal road rights and refused to back down. Hey, please let us know if you wish to learn more about similar issues to this one. Please like our video, share it with your friends and family, and subscribe to our channel. Make sure you ring that notification bell while you're at it, that way you'll always get the latest updates from our channel. And thanks for watching.
Saying y'all can't sell.
I don't want to be filmed, so I'm going to ask you to leave.
Hours later.
How you doing?
She kind of filled me in on what was going on. Did she explain to you that they can't sell baby formula once they return it?
After
Against
she
the law.
already did.
Okay, it's time to go.
So if it's
And you're
against the
banned
law,
from here. They don't want you back in here.
okay.
So if you come back, what's your name?
You don't need my name.
Oh yeah, I do.
You sure you know the law?
Yes, sir. I think I know the law.
Okay.
In this incident, a citizen engaged in a heated encounter with 2 police officers over his refusal to provide his identification. The encounter began when the officers approached the individual and asked for his name. The citizen, asserting his knowledge of the law, questioned the officer's authority to request his identification without reasonable cause.
So what's happened?
I really don't want to talk about it now because
That's fine.
you
I've been what?
you breaking my constitutional rights, sir.
Oh, I am. Okay.
I promise you are.
Okay.
But I just like you don't
Haven't
want to
broken
explain to
your
me, I'm not gonna
constitutional
teach you. You should already know these things. So
The younger officer, seemingly more informed about citizens' rights, attempted to explain to the older officer why the individual was not legally obligated to provide his name.
They'll try to get you to put your hands on him and try to get you to put
touched
him in
him.
trust. I know, Pete. Just listen.
But if he called it a disturbance,
I understand completely. But their goal
get
is
his name,
they want
check
to
him for
sue.
warrants.
no,
Their
you're
goal
breaking
is-
my constitutional rights
goal is they
by
want to
threatening
sue.
to take me to jail for not giving you my name when I haven't committed a crime.
The citizen expressed his frustration with the older officer for attempting to infringe upon his constitutional rights and accusing him of breaking the law.
You're the one wanting to cause trouble, not me.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I would have just left. But you thought I didn't know what I was talking about. You thought you was just gonna break my constitutional
They
rights.
wanted you gone. I want to ban you. I want to run your
That's
ID.
fine.
and check
I
you
ain't
for
broke a law
warrants
though.
And then let you go.
I ain't
but
broke.
since now you want to stay and you want to wait for my supervisor to come and talk to you, we gonna stay here and we're gonna wait on him.
He gonna come talk to you.
Okay.
He ain't
All right.
coming to talk to me,
We
buddy.
gonna talk to you.
All right.
The younger officer acknowledged the citizen's concerns and emphasized the importance of de-escalation. As the conversation unfolded, the older officer initially insisted that the citizen was being detained and would have to wait for a supervisor. However, once the younger officer clarified that the citizen was not required to show his ID, the older officer changed his stance and expressed a desire to leave. The citizen pointed out the inconsistency in the officer's behavior, highlighting how the officer had initially claimed he was being detained but now was ready to depart.
He came in and barged in on me like I don't know my rights and I ain't got none at all. So
But you know,
Ask him, man.
there's constitutional rights, there's federal law, and then you got state law.
nothing
too,
trumps
right?
those constitutional rights, sir. Nothing.
Okay.
You should know that.
Okay.
Just in case you have to, just in
I
case
got
you lose your badge,
I got
you should understand that your constitutional rights.
Hey, if you got
That's
me
top
here,
dog, buddy.
you got me here, you got me here. But guess
But
what?
you've been nice, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate you. I promise, man.
So
Good
can I-
energy,
Can
man.
I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Have
I been ugly?
Have you got any money yet?
Any money?
Yeah.
Plenty.
From suing?
Nah, I don't need to do that.
So
I
you
haven't
have
been nice
Nah,
to
I
you?
don't need
Okay,
to-
How was I not nice
I
to you?
asked him, man. I
Did I
didn't.
ask you your name?
Hey, it's all good.
I-
I'm
nah,
not worried about it. Peace. Yeah.
Ask him. He told me I was resisting arrest in front of all
I never
these,
told you that.
in front of all these people in
You
Walmart,
said,
as if
"Why
I'm a
do I have
criminal,
to give
man.
your name?" I
I was
said,
like,
"Because-"
man, come on, man.
You said,
But did you not tell me I had to give you my name?
huh?
Did you not tell me I had to give you
Well,
my
I said
name?
you needed
So
to.
here's
No,
what
you
I'm
said you had to
Yeah,
give me.
here's what
I
I'm
had
gonna
to
teach
give you my name.
It's hot. I'm gonna sit in my beautiful AC car.
Man, you
while we
blessed,
wait on
man.
my
I got to stand out here and wait on the supervisor, man. It is hot.
The conversation continued with discussions about constitutional rights and the role of law enforcement in protecting the public. The citizen asserted that his constitutional rights were more significant than any potential disturbance at a Walmart store, referencing his right to privacy and freedom from unwarranted searches or detentions. The officers defended their actions, citing a disturbance at the store as the reason for their inquiry.
Because I got stuff I got to do, but you got me
No,
detained now.
well-
So we got each other detained.
Well, you should have
He's on his
came
way.
in.
You talk to him, and then I'm out of here.
You should have came with a de-escalating spirit and not the one you in.
Okay. Okay.
Get me on camera. Unlawful detainment. For what? For what?
All of the disturbance at Walmart.
I ain't caused no disturbance. I was as quiet as
wasn't here,
a
but
mouse
that's what
standing
they
right
called
there.
us. When you look on my call,
It's on camera.
the signal on the call says a 25, which is a disturbance.
Does that camera lie? Neither does mine.
That's right.
You
But I
understand?
wasn't here when the disturbance was going on.
You didn't care to
Did
be
their
here. You
cameras
could have got
lie?
my
Because
side.
they probably have cameras on the whole
You could have
thing.
got my side.
Tried to.
No, you didn't.
But you just want to
It's
talk
on
about
camera.
constitutional rights,
Right.
and you want to talk about pot stirring stuff, because you're trying to stir a
My
pot.
constitutional rights is more important than you trespassing me from Walmart for something you ain't even discussed amongst us.
Yeah.
This
I
is a
just asked you what your name was.
this is a private owned
I
business.
asked you what your name
I'm the
was.
public.
How is it wrong for you
I'll
to
pay
ask
you.
what your name is?
I pay you.
How is it
I live
wrong?
right around the corner. You just
I
ran
wear
my name.
name on here.
You
How-
just ran
how
my
is it
name.
wrong
I
for me
pay
to
my
ask-
taxes that pay you.
Throughout the interaction, tensions escalated, with the citizen becoming increasingly frustrated with what he perceived as a violation of his rights. The encounter concluded with the arrival of a supervisor who took over the situation. The citizen expressed his desire to have his side of the story heard, but the conversation reached an impasse as the officers maintained their position.
For Presley, badge number is 1679.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
He just broke
He
my
wanted to talk to
constitutional
you.
right.
Okay. The hell's that?
Under the threat of arrest, he told me I had to give him my name and I hadn't broken the law.
Well,
I just want you to explain to him that
The incident raises questions about the officers' understanding of citizens' rights and their handling of the situation. The citizen argued that his rights were being violated, while the officers defended their actions based on the reported disturbance. The encounter highlights the need for better training and awareness of constitutional rights among law enforcement personnel to ensure the citizens' rights are respected and protected during interactions with police.
County building. I'm a journalist working on a story on the building and just taking a couple of video of the place and going to the clerks, filing some FOIL requests, and be on my way.
In this clip from a YouTube channel, a citizen encounters two sheriff's deputies inside a county building. The citizen refuses to provide identification when asked, asserting that it would violate their Fourth Amendment rights. The deputies insist that signing in and providing identification is a requirement to enter the public building.
That's why I signed in as. I'm Erie County. No thank you, sir.
Yes, that's the rule.
There's a violation of the Fourth Amendment to violate the Fourth Amendment.
You have to sign in. You have to use your
I
correct
did
name.
sign in.
Your last name is not Erie County. Then show me your ID.
I'm here working as Erie County.
If your last name is Erie County, then you could stay. Come on, let's go.
I'm not leaving this.
The citizen argues that he is being asked to sign in and show identification without reasonable suspicion of a crime, and that's a Fourth Amendment violation.
You don't have time to do what you're
Dan.
doing.
Let's go.
I'm not doing anything.
Let's
Do
go.
not
Let's
touch
go.
me. Do not touch me.
They call for a supervisor to come and educate the deputies about the law. The encounter escalates as the citizen questions the deputies' knowledge of the Constitution and their understanding of civil rights.
These guys are violating my First Amendment rights and Fourth Amendment rights. They're impeding my traffic. They're causing illegal detention. They're refusing to put their body cameras on while they're violating my rights. I'm just trying to go to the county clerk's office and
Record.
record my interactions, which is perfectly legal. You need to explain to them the freedom of the press, First Amendment, in public places.
Despite the citizens' attempts to assert their rights, the deputies persist in their demands for identification. The situation becomes tense as the deputies physically restrain the citizen, leading to accusations of assault and battery. The citizens remain steadfast, advocating for their freedom of the press and the right to document their experience in a public space.
Get ready to do some paperwork.
You're free to leave.
Oh, free to leave, free to stay.
That way.
Free to leave, free to go, free to stay. That's the way it works, guys. If I'm not being trespassed because I'm not doing anything illegal, you guys cannot impede my traffic.
Well, you didn't sign in.
I did sign in. Do you understand that?
No, you didn't.
I signed in. And you guys are going to know very, very, very well. Especially you. You are going to know who I am very well by the time this is over, my friend. You too. You ignorant sons of... This is what we pay for, guys. These are the sheriffs down here. They just think they can detain people willy-nilly, ID people on demand to be inside of a public building.
What do you want to be, sovereign citizen types?
No, I don't have a badge like that. Those are the sovereign citizens. They can violate people's rights and get away with it and have these big stupid smiles on their faces and shit. Yeah, those are the real sovereign. Look at her. She knows that's a sovereign citizenship. Look at that smile. She can't even hide it. That's real sovereign citizenship right there.
Eventually, the sheriff arrives at the scene. The citizen expresses their concerns about the violation of their civil rights, including the deputy's demand for identification and the refusal of service at the county clerk's office. The sheriff defends the deputy's actions, stating that the situation is being addressed.
How are you, sir?
You're the sheriff of the county? This deputy and that deputy is violating my civil rights. They are also put their hands on me and assaulted me or battered me unlawfully because they do not have a lawful command to tell me to turn my camera off in this public space. You know that as a sheriff. I'm here to document my experience, and these guys are stopping me, causing illegal detention on my rights.
It doesn't look like you're being detained to me.
All right, thank you.
However, the citizen continues to argue that their rights have been violated.
You are violating the First Amendment rights and refusing service down here. That's all I want to know. You say yes?
Why don't we get a hold of the clerk's office and see if they want to see them?
Do the clerks have a choice who they get to see and don't get to see?
So,
When did that law come into effect?
They're down there talking to her right now.
I understand, but why is this door locked, Sheriff?
It's locked.
Why?
So,
Sheriff, why is this door locked?
if they're gonna,
If they're going to allow public services to public, what is going on here? You guys are violating my rights.
there's no rights being violated.
There's no rights being violated? I can't go to the county clerk's office because of why?
I'm
Because
sure
of the
you'll be able
camera?
to get there at some point.
When you educate your officers about my First and Fourth Amendment rights, they think they can get ID out of me to come into a public building. Do you agree with that, Sheriff? Sheriff, do you have to show ID to get into this public building? Do you have to show your driver's license?
You have to write your name down.
I did write my name down there, who I am.
Throughout the clip, the deputies display a lack of knowledge about constitutional rights and demonstrate a dismissive attitude towards the citizens' concerns. The encounter sheds light on the need for better education and training within law enforcement regarding citizens' rights and the importance of respecting those rights during interactions. The clip concludes with the announcement that the sheriff involved is retired and the failure of the department in handling the situation was exposed in local news coverage. The citizens' resilience in standing up to harassment and bullying is commended, and the clip serves as a reminder of the significance of holding law enforcement accountable for their actions. In the incident, Anthony X, a knowledgeable individual, engaged in a confrontation with patrol officers who approached him while he was recording in a public area.
Am I detained?
You're detained for reasonable suspicion right now, okay?
Of what crimes? Is that a misdemeanor or felony?
I believe it's a misdemeanor right now.
Anthony X asserted his rights and cited California Penal Code 148G and the Tom Bain Civil Rights Act to emphasize that his filming activities were protected by law.
The camera walking around, you have no right to detain me. Just so you know, if you interfere with my activity in any way, shape, or form, you will be in violation of California Penal Code 148.G and the Tom Bain California Act, which you can use your qualified immunity. I will sue you personally. 152.2 subsection B. Think your words wisely. Once again, am I free to go? Am I free to go?
He firmly stated that the officers had no right to detain him and warned them about potential legal consequences for interfering with his constitutional rights. After asserting his freedom to go, the officers acknowledged that he was not being detained.
It's public. I've never been trespassed from this area.
Stay off the secured.
I've never been in a secured area.
Stay off the secured airport property.
All right, do me a favor, and I'm open to a cordial conversation. Since I'm not detained at this moment, I have no problem.
You're free to go.
At this point, no, I'm just curious.
Nope.
So,
There's no detention or anything.
okay, so I'd like the incident number, please. I will be doing a FOIA request on all information and body cam.
Anthony X requested the incident number and expressed his intention to submit a Freedom of Information Act request for all relevant information and body camera footage. The incident highlighted the importance of citizens' awareness of their rights and holding law enforcement accountable for respecting those rights.
Sorry?
That's not the way this goes. Who are you?
I'm Sergeant Barry Antis, Fort Wayne Police Department. How are you?
Good.
What's your name?
I didn't give it.
I know. I want to know what your name is.
I don't care what you want.
Well,
that's not the policy.
The Secret Service.
I don't care. Then why don't they come out here and talk to me?
They will in a moment.
Okay, go ahead. Am I being detained?
What's your name?
Am I being detained?
What is your name?
Am I being detained?
Throughout the interaction, the citizen emphasized his rights and challenged the officers to justify their actions. He adamantly refused to comply with their demands, aware that his rights were being infringed upon. The citizen recognized the importance of knowledge about local laws and confidently navigated the situation using legal citations to support his arguments.
Nope.
All right, stop.
No. Am I being detained?
Yes, you are being
detained.
Am I being
detained?
Identify who you are.
That's not the way this goes.
Well, I don't care what you say.
Okay. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. I'm not.
Sir,
no.
The Secret Service has
I don't care.
To identify
I don't care what they want.
Okay.
That's not the way this goes.
I understand that.
Show me the law.
The incident shed light on the issue surrounding law enforcement officers' reliance on ID requests without reasonable cause. The citizen demonstrated the significance of understanding one's rights and the laws governing such encounters. By standing his ground and refusing to provide identification when it was not required by law, he effectively challenged the officer's authority and highlighted their lack of legal justification. This citizen's actions underscore the importance of citizens being informed about their rights and the laws governing law enforcement encounters. His knowledge and assertiveness in the face of an overzealous response from the officers served as a powerful reminder of the need for accountability and adherence to proper protocols and law enforcement practices.